This would support your suspicion that a shadow organization is committed to inciting revolution by enabling acts of terror.
Around July 2014, a black woman was awarded $23.6 billion. That has everything to do with everything that's going on today.
How does your facial recognition software work?
A Florida jury has awarded a smoker's widow with one of the largest verdicts ever against a tobacco company.
And a court agreed, granting her $23 billion in her lawsuit against R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company.
For those who's not up to speed.
First, I heard millions. I didn't know it was B with a B, billions. And I still can't believe it.
Okay, look at what 1 million. Now look at what 1 billion look like. Now imagine $23 billion. Gotta let that breathe for a second, because a lot of people don't respect that victory. Like, a lot of people, you hear it, but
R.J. Reynolds vows to appeal. R.J. Reynolds vows to appeal.
They vowed. Like, it's like vowing revenge. It's like they said they was going to get that money back. Matter of fact, that same year, around that same time when they lost the case, they just put 25 billion into another company to make them the second largest tobacco company.
It's not about the appeals, it's not about the money. We've made a difference already. I think less people are gonna smoke. I think that the tobacco companies are gonna get their act together. They're gonna make safer cigarettes. We know they can. They'll just make a little bit less money, but we'll save a whole lot of lives. And that's what it's all about.
Gary added the lawsuit's goal was to stop tobacco companies from targeting children and young people with their advertising.
A black woman and a black lawyer was awarded $23.6 billion against tobacco giant R.J. Reynolds in 2014. $23.6 billion to one woman, to one client, and still has other people that can sue for whatever amount, and they're losing cases back to back. The case started in 2008, and ever since then they've been doing everything in their power to corrupt the image of the woman, of the husband, and their child. They have a son together. Now, I don't know what the son looks like, but I know what the woman and I know what the husband look like. Now, they're using a program called biometrics. They're using a program, a facial recognition program, to find agents and actresses and actors that fit the description of this couple and keep them tied to death, destruction, mayhem, confusion, anger, and fear. So when the jury is selected, and this woman comes into the court, they're looking at her like, she's going to look familiar to them. She's going to look like a monster to them, you know, because what they're doing is they're planting a seed. They plant the seed, and once the seed is planted, then all the lawyer has to do is sow the seeds together and bring that back up to the jury. Now, let's go back again.
Facial recognition software. It's technology once used only by the military and now ready for anyone to use. It's more accurate than ever, but how does it work?
The system only submits vector data, so we don't even send your image to a recognition, so we just give features of your face. The system only submits vector data, so we don't even send your image to a recognition, so we just give features of your face. Well, we use a template or multiple templates of a person, and those multiple templates get compared in a split of a second to that image in front of the camera. It's a little bit like playing memory, except your deck of cards is 1 million cards,
Sure.
and you have 1/25th of a second time to make your match.
You take a camera, like this one. Then you take a picture, like this. And then it's uploaded onto a database. Here's where the magic happens. The picture is then cross-referenced with other pictures in the already existing database, pairing up, your features like cheeks, eyes, what have you. Every facial recognition software has different methods, algorithms, if you will, but you get the point.
But this case is important because it's $23 billion. It's what they plan on doing, and what they're doing is they're doing everything in their power to, because the woman hasn't received the money yet. She hasn't received the money yet. So you gotta be clear, like, it's not like she got the money already. $23.6 billion. It's a win is a win is a win. You can't take back the fact that this black lawyer won.
That wreck triggered a civil war. These are no accidents. They're links in a chain. The work of a single organization.
The games begin.